Livian, enemies fail. My foes fail like a dung child taking exam. They fail to stop me. Their iniquity, sorcery, black magic, witchcraft, all form of intent to stop, block, and destroy me fail, and took them instead. I left them miserable and torment to see me going up when they wanted me down. The power of God was within me, so I feared no flesh or spirit that rise up against me. They all meet the same result, failure and disappointment. Some got a piece of land for themselves at 003 Cemetery Avenue. War was what they started, and when I rise up my spiritual army, they wanted to friend me, thinking I was a fool. Some thought they could buy me out, but I was not a business. Some got slapped with failure that they hung themselves to see that they sold their house to kill me with the money and fail to. Some sacrificed their virgin child, and I am still alive and well. The Lord gave me a task to complete, and I did my work and cared not what they think of me. I only answer to the Lord and not them. So when they opened their diaper mouth, I ignore them. None could defeat me. I stand and watch them mad out. All the talk that they made, I remain silent and watch them shake like leaf. Fear consumed them from within. My ancestors launched an attack on them and left them paralyzed. Nothing that they did manifest. They faced disaster after disaster. Bad news greet them early and not late. I fear none. They sink in their own destruction, and they all swallow what they dish out to me. No mercy was shown to none. They couldn't defeat me. They all fail. When they came at me physically, in numbers, they shake and couldn't lay a finger. They tremble when they saw me, because the protection of the Lord and God kept me from them. I defeated them with their own plots and destruction. They got feed with spiritual bullet, like farmer feeding young chicken. I outsmarted them and watched them fall in their own traps and net that they set for me. Every attempt that they made after me physically, I watched them fall on their own weapon and die. I witnessed failure box them down and kick them down middle days. They started war, and I pressed the spiritual AK on them and watched some try to flee like rabbit from eagle, but none escaped, none flourish. They all dried up like a flowers that got planted in the hot desert. Them that threatened to pull off zinc, wake up with house and business place on fire. They had to run out to save themselves. Fire truck came, but it was in vain. Place burned down, only the concrete left standing. Values and assets burn out to ashes to teach them to see me and leave me alone. And for the neighbors that plot against me with them, face the full wrath of God. My business grow and shame all who wanted to pull me down. I rise up physically, mentally, and spiritually, and shame all foes. None got no victory over me and my divine spouse. They had to step aside and watch us grow or face the spiritual death squad. I dropped spiritual nuclear on them and left them burning out like paper in blazing fire. I watched them mad out when they saw that I was no longer a part of their surrounding. Every tongue that rise up against me and my divine spouse witness their own words, taking them like fire to Cain peace. Them that wish ill will on me and my child see their own intent, taking their own belly pain. None that rise up against me taste no victory. They taste failure. Them that hide and attack me got slapped with disaster when they heard these words. No mercy was shown to no witch or obeahman that collect to hurt me. None. And for the mother and father that tried to sacrifice me, witness their own child laying in the casket that they wanted me to lay in. Spiritual thunderball drop on them that send demons to hurt me. They got struck with spiritual lightning and burned by spiritual fire. They got shot with the spiritual MP5 and got bored with many holes by the spiritual machine gun. I wiped them out spiritually and remained silent and watched their kind flee for life, but none was spared, none seal.